Every day we are faced with questions that demand answers. Questions that will determine the way that we live our lives. What subjects will you choose? What career path will you go down? Who will you marry? But have you ever stopped and thought about what the most important question of all is? When Jesus was on his way to Caesarea Philippi with his disciples, he asked them a question. Who do the crowds say I am? As the disciples stopped to think, they said, some say you are John the Baptist, others think you're Elijah, and yet others say that you are one of the prophets. But then Jesus did something. He flipped the question around and he said to his disciples, but who do you say I am? No longer was Jesus interested in what the crowd said. No longer was Jesus interested in what others thought about him. Jesus wanted a personal response. You see, what makes this question so important is the fact that it not only determines and defines the way that we live our lives now, but it will determine the way we spend eternity. In John chapter 14, Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father except through me. You see, there's going to come a day where you and I stand before God. And on that day, God won't be interested in what your friends thought about Jesus. God won't be interested in what your parents said about Jesus. God will want a personal response. God will want from you your answer about the question of who is Jesus. The only person who responds to Jesus' question was the Apostle Peter, who said, I believe you are the Christ. Peter wasn't a perfect guy, but he truly believed that Jesus wasn't just any man, that Jesus wasn't just any prophet, that Jesus wasn't just any miracle worker. He believed that Jesus was sent by God to die on the cross for our sins, so that through him we could be in a relationship with God our Father. The decision is yours to make. This can't be a decision anybody else makes for you. Whether Jesus existed or not is not up for debate. History proves he lived. So either this man named Jesus is a liar, a lunatic, or he is Lord. The last question that remains is, who is Jesus to you?